Bye, Carla.
It's the ultimate guide to anything Filipino in Las Vegas. This is the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide radio show on PHLV Radio.
All right, hello and good evening, and welcome to the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide radio show here on PHLV Radio. My name is Gilbert Glorioso. Okay, one of the announcers here, and of course, program host for Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide. And I'm going to bring in my business partners, Bernie Benito and Lonnie Andal.
Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Hello. And of course, on this wonderful evening in Las Vegas, how's everyone doing?
Very good.
Yeah, doing good.
Although it's windy, it's still good.
I know it's windy. Can you believe it? It's like the storm. It's like in the movies where the storm comes over here, does its thing, and now it's another beautiful day. But now it's windy again. Yeah, just a quick thing, just to let you guys know. Yeah, I have like a little garage made up for my my cover for my camper, and unfortunately it blew with the wind. But the camper is still there. Yeah, it literally took the made up cover for my travel camper and flew up and above it. But you know, it's okay. The house is still here, the cars, the trucks, everything is okay still. Yeah, and of course that's the reason why we have a special guest later on right now, and she's gonna tell us why it is reason why we have to have at least, you know, this kind of these insurance stuff, because I tell you, you never know what's gonna happen, right? Especially with Mother Nature. I'll go ahead and hand it off to you, Tito Bernie. Go ahead and introduce our guests for tonight.
Well, good evening, our listeners, our viewers, televiewers. We have here tonight a distinguished guest who is a businesswoman for quite some time now, who is in the insurance business. And I'd like to introduce to you Heda Taormina, and will be explaining to us what services can this Taormina Insurance Services can offer us. Go ahead, Heda, and explain to us what is this all about and what can you offer to them, to our people, businesses and all that.
Okay. Good evening mga kasimanwa ko, nga mga Ilonggo at sa mga kababayan ko dito sa Las Vegas. And to those who are listening at this hour at PHLV Radio in US and Canada. My name is Heda Alcalde Taormina. I was born, raised, and educated in the province of Iloilo and took further studies in Diliman, Quezon City, and also in Padre Faura in Manila. I graduated with a degree of Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and took further studies in Public Administration and also in Urban Planning, all from the University of the Philippines. I worked for 10 years in the Office of the Commissioner for Planning at the Metropolitan Manila Commission. And then I moved to the US because my parents are here in California. Now, what am I doing in the insurance business? I was influenced by my late husband to join him in the business. So I took I studied at the Nevada School of Insurance. I got my license in 1994. And since then, I am in the insurance business. So, Taormina Insurance also covers California and not only in Las Vegas. Okay, Taormina Insurance is a one-stop shop, meaning we can write your auto, your home, and if you have a small business or a big business, we can work with you on that. And then we also have all your personal lines, which is your homeowner's insurance, your auto, your renters, rental properties, and also your life or your annuities. Now, Taormina Insurance is an independent agency. It is directly appointed with several companies like Travelers, Progressive, Mercury Insurance, MetLife, and others. And to those companies like Hartford and Safeco, wherein we are not directly appointed, we have access to these companies. We shop for you and all your insurance needs. That's why we do call ourselves as a one-stop shop. So insurance has been really, insurance agents are really, they are looked at low in the in the professional side of the business. But insurance, most of us are not aware that insurance people do help you a lot in the preservation of your wealth, in the preservation of all the work you've done for 10 years, 20 years, for a long time. Just an example, for example, you have some assets to protect, and then you just have liability insurance, which is the minimum of 25,000 per person, and bodily injury if you had an accident to injure somebody. So your insurance company will only pay up to 25,000. Or if it is an accident, like there are two or more in an accident, then it could be 50,000. What if you have assets? What if your liability, the liability you created, is more than what you bought? So now this becomes your own personal liability. And who will the victim run to check on your assets? So that's why important agents are important. They are important in the preservation of our wealth, because your savings, even your salaries, your wages could be tapped if your liability coverage is less than what you have created. Now, we also cater to highly preferred clients, and also to the substandard ones with DUIs. So we have a range of companies which can go into those highly preferred clients, and to those who have 2 or 3 DUIs or a lot of tickets. We have 5 licensed agents in our agency on property and casualty, meaning on the auto, on the home, on the commercial lines, and we've got 4 on the life insurance business. We operate from 9 to 6, Monday to Friday, and on Saturdays by appointment. Most of the claims offices of the companies we are directly appointed with are 24/7, so you can call them anytime. Our agency operates on trust. Why trust? Why do I have to do business with somebody I do not trust? To open up your assets to an agent is very important for an agent to devise a plan on how to protect you. So this does not only cater to your personal lines, your auto insurance. It also caters to the business insurance, to the commercial policies. Most of us would look into the bottom line, the premium, the monthly premium, without knowing the coverage they have, and they will only be aware of it when they have a claim and they know that their coverage is only such. So that's why I said you have to trust your insurance agent. You have to be open to them. Like some would say, hey, I have a kid, but is it possible for you not to include him as a driver in the household? Some agents would do that, but we are really very strict. Why? We are doing you a disservice if we said, yes, we can do that. We can lower your premium by not putting in your 17-year-old kid into your policy. So that's how we work at Taormina Insurance. Now, okay. So only look at the premium, but we have to look at coverage and the limits we are getting. Now, like a person would move out of the agency and get a lower premium from another company, but if that person has trust with us, they would give us what are the current proposals of this agency or of the other company. So that's why trust is very important for us to do our, our proposal based on what the insured needs. So, okay. Insurance business is highly regulated. So we don't, like, for example, they are thinking that we can just add on or remove something and then the premium will be lower. It's not that. Most companies, all of our companies are, the proposals are computer generated. They are program generated. So they say, can we add this? Can we remove this? So no, we can't do that, as I said, because we couldn't do you a good service if we will be doing that at the time of claim. And you may be blaming us. Hey, you did not tell us what to do. And who will the jury side to? Of course, the customer, right? So we also have the life side of it. So on the life insurance side, we have the product wherein there are living benefits and also cash value. And when you are raising a family with young kids and you do not have really that budget for the life insurance side, newly married or just been married for 3 years, 5 years. So we can offer you a lower premium life insurance policy, and you can change that into a different one as your finances improves. So the year 2020, just to sum up, the year 2020, due to the coronavirus, forced businesses to make changes on the way they're interacted with their clients. The insurance business is not an exception. So we use now the technology which focuses on customer service and automation were introduced to TISI to bring digital connectivity to clients. You can contact us through text, and your text messages appears to us as an email. They email it. It shows to us as an email. You can email it to us, and then you don't have to be at the office for us to offer you proposals, both on personal lines and on commercial lines, and the life insurance too. As I said, trust is very important between me and my clients. And we also speak Spanish. For those who are listening who speak Spanish, we can entertain you. I've got a staff who speaks Spanish fluently. So that's all.
But that's the thing. You don't just do just regular policies, but you also do commercial policies too for business owners, right?
Yes, we do.
So it's a truly one-stop shop that you have here for your brokerage. So because the general public that's watching right now, some of us have businesses, some of us are just have growing families and stuff like that. So you'll be able to cater to those kind of families or people in general. Just like here in the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide, a lot of our business owners don't have insurance for their businesses.
Mhm.
So is it a free consultation for them to talk to you about, getting insurance? Because when you have an office, like for instance, an executive office, just like what we have over there at on Oki for our head office for Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide, they do require for a certain kind of insurance.
Liability insurance. Yes.
Liability insurance.
Mhm.
And a lot of people, like I said, a lot of business owners don't know about this.
Okay.
Yeah.
One of the things I really have introduced my staff to work with clients is to educate them on what they are getting. If in a commercial side of the business, we would ask, what does your landlord, can we see the requirements of your landlord? Because sometimes landlord would, a minimum of $1 million is okay for them, or minimum of 2 million. And then here comes, could be, hey, I found a cheaper rate, but it could be 500,000. You can get a commercial liability insurance for 300,000, 500,000, $1 million, 750,000. But your landlord is asking you to present a minimum of $1 million liability coverage. And what does the commercial liability coverage cover? If I am a client in your office, I slip and fall. That's number one. So what if fire started in your office and it went through into other offices?
Right.
It is like also in the home, and that's the liability on the home, because a fire could start in your house and move to other structures, other homes. So that's what liability insurance does.
Yeah, we actually have a friend that actually had that experience, and she was in a building that's more than 20 years old, and this building caught on fire. And unfortunately, she just got a brand new inventory and everything. And it's sad. It's sad to say that, some people in that building didn't have insurance liability for their, for what
property.
they have in their office. Yeah, for their property.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is good that you're here today with us. And, I want to let everybody know, not only the people that's here on the resource guide, but people in general that have businesses, that it's for free to have a consultation with you, right?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
This is, and this is the reason why we have you today, is because you are like I've referred you some of my business owners to outside of Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide, and they're really happy. I actually work for AT&T prepaid on the side as a part-time employee. But those business owners that I had, like iPhone Doctor and just to name a few, Senior iPhone in them, they're happy with what they got from you, the service that they got from you. So yes, I will continue to throwing it your way. Yeah.
Thank you, Gilbert, for all the referrals.
Most definitely. But yes, everybody that's watching right now, Taormina, you've been in business for a while. Can you say that?
Oh, yes. We started, as I said, I got my license in 1994. Mm-hmm. And then we started the business in 1997 as individual. And then I have it, because I changed it into a corporation in 2004. So if you look at our records as a corporation, we have been active since 2004 to today. Wow. But if you go back, that's how old I am, Gilbert.
Yeah. Well, the community is really, really tight over here in Las Vegas, and everywhere I turn to, most of the business owners like Vic's Auto Repair, or some of these people, all of them are actually your clients too. So that's why I'm stoked about how the world gets really small and small and small. And then when you see the resource guide, it's like, hold on for a minute, that's your client too. Yeah. So yeah, this is so fun. I mean, people that don't have this resource guide yet, I mean, it's free for everybody. You can pick it up at any Seafood City if you want it. If you want one right now, you can call here at the station. Dito sa station namin dito sa PHLV Radio to avail this. And of course, Ate Heda is also part of this Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide. Been with us since day one of our resource guide. And I want to thank you so much, of course, for being part of us. Part of our group of the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide. Yes.
Thank you.
You know what? Just to elaborate to what you said, Gilbert, that not only is Heda one of our advertisers, that you were able to refer clients to her. What people are now realizing that our advertisers at the Filipino Resource Guide is, we are your best agents. We recommend you. We promote you. And because she gives great service and she's consistent, she has a good reputation. We want to emphasize the people in our resource guide are tangible business people. They're not fly-by-nights. They are people that are serious and appreciate your referrals. When you consider all the organizations for the past 25, 30 years that are networking, before networking became popular, it was, your business is different than mine, so therefore I will help promote you. I belong to IBM. I belong to all these networking things since the 90s. And it was that you could only have one profession in that particular club. If they had double of the same profession, you would join another club. But the whole thing was, when I'm in a circle of people and I hear someone needs a realtor, or they need insurance, or they need a phone, I'm going to go in my own personal Rolodex. Remember those days in your Rolodex?
Yep.
Yes.
Or you go, I have his card right here. This is the way we've been promoting our community. You know, this is our network of people. We're very supportive of each other. And Heda giving fantastic service to existing clients of our resource guide shows that we literally feed off each other.
Yes, most definitely.
This is a very transient town. So when you can find someone who's good, whether it's a doctor, insurance agent, a realtor, you want that person to be passed around, because there's so many in-between people you don't want to be working with.
Right.
Yeah, Lonnie, can I inject something? It's like each of us are independent, but we are interrelated. We couldn't really be an island on our own businesses, like, hey, who cares about the other business? But you can see the interrelationship, and that's only how all of us will be successful if we work like as a team.
Yep.
Yes.
And like helping each other rather than damaging each other's names, something like that. So we really have to do that if we wanted to be successful.
Of course. Yeah, and this is so nice because when I run into people and they ask me, "Oh, do you know anybody like a commercial insurance agent?" Right? So all I do, what I do is I show them on my phone, lvfrg.com, and I swipe the page until I get to your page, and I let them go ahead and take a picture of it, or there's a QR code on your actual page, so that's why they're able to call you. So that's how I've been doing it, and I'm still going around. Like I said, I always run into. I have over 60 business owners that I cater to for my part-time job that I'm doing with AT&T Prepaid.
Oh,
that's your Rolodex. That's the 20.
That's my Rolodex. Is the lvfrg.com.
Yeah.
Yeah. So from garage, if you need a garage guy that your garage is broken, we have a guy for that.
Yes.
We got lawyers for immigration, for everything, basically lawyers for anything and everything. Yeah.
great.
Injury,
That's
crime,
good.
or anything like that. Yeah, criminal or anything like that. Yeah. So most definitely the lvfrg.com, of course. And we have our website right now is under construction for the new one, so it's going to have a lot of other tabs on the website. So when it comes out, of course, we're going to announce it here, and of course, we're going to have your new page on it too.
Sure, of course.
It's so important to show that the businesses that we promote are stable businesses. 1984, we're talking over 40 years of being in business in Las Vegas. You know, it's not like you just came through off the plane and you want a business. I understand people who want to start up business, they need clients. But to me, it speaks volumes when someone who has been able to sustain the real estate crisis, now COVID, the times when Vegas was changing. Right. That is a business person who is taking care of their clients. You couldn't have stayed in business that long.
Lenny, we also have our challenges. This 2020, I think a lot of us have been changing the way we do business because of the COVID and but we survived, and I think we're all survivors.
Yes. We get through this one, I think we're all going to live past 100. I know Bernie and I, sometimes I'm thinking we're not that we're so old, but we're just starting over again. So it's like I'll probably live to be 100. Bernie and I will be, pushing each other.
Time is flying. Time is flying. It's March already, everybody.
I know, it's so fast.
Yeah. Slow down, my gosh.
In your agency, is it a family business or you have just independent agents?
I do have agents. I'm the sole owner of the company, and I have agents. And I've got some agents which are only referrals. They don't want to do the dirty work. They would just give us the link, the telephone numbers or the name. But of course, that person has already introduced us to their friends or to their other clients, something like that. Right. So it is easier for us. And as I said, first we have to build a trust level, because without it, it will be like we can still do your insurance, but not as good as if we know everything. And then just to let everybody know, how would you say that? The Privacy Act, we do observe. So, yes, we do.
Awesome. Tita Bernie?
We've got great personalities in our catalog of.
Do you still do the event liability insurance?
Yes, we do. In fact, before the 2020, we almost have every Filipino associations in Las Vegas in their event insurances, or sometimes we do have it for a year, because if they can project that they will have like 3 or more events, it is cheaper to get an annual policy than a per event policy. So yes, we do.
So
and we still have some.
Different events will cover one policy, right? Cover the 3 events. Is that what it is?
Yes. If the association, one association has this policy and they have several activities like picnic, dancing, how would you say that? Dinner dance, something like that, or Valentine, Christmas party. Yes, we can put that into one policy and it will be cheaper if,
like a fiesta.
If we put it into one. Yes, we can.
Yeah.
No, I miss those fiestas.
I'm telling you, by the time we get back to our normal curriculum of picnics, the installations, the celebrations, we're going to be like, we were overdoing ourselves the past couple of years. Saturday, you were like, which one do I go to?
Correct.
Saturday, it's like, if you know every Saturday, you have 4 Saturdays, you never have to be lonely. Every Saturday, you're going to an event, and every Sunday you're going to a picnic. So when we go back into the swing of things, it's going to be like our first. It'll be like our first date to go, because we'll see people, we'll miss people that are not there any longer, but it'll be great to see each other again instead of just elbowing and waving, because we're very tactile.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, we've been using Heda's insurance
Yes.
services with all our events, the NAFA events
Yes.
that we have, So, yeah, it's been since what Heda.
Over, I think, 5 years or longer. 4 years, something like that. A long time, Kuya Bernie. Thank you,
Yes.
though.
Yes. Well, that's good. That's good. That it's really important that the kind of business that you have is incorporated with our Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide, because a lot of people, just like what Gilbert said, businesses, individuals, companies, and all that, they really need insurance.
Yes.
And if they don't, you don't want to be, if you're not being exposed. People will be second guessing, where can we get this kind of insurance? You are, in the open. I mean, you are being seen in the directory, in the radio, like this one now. Of course, become aware that there's such and such business that will cater to or that will service them. So it's important. It's really important. Yeah.
So you can check on us. You can check on Taormina Insurance. We have a website. It is taormina-ins.com. And then you can give us a call at 702-222-0116.
Okay, and your address, so that everybody's watching that's local here in Vegas. What's your address?
It is 5440 West Sahara,
Oh, sure.
Suite 107. That's in 89146.
Okay, and that's the major cross streets to your office is Sahara
Sahara and Lindell.
and
We
Lindell.
are across the Orchid Garden, so it's so easy.
The popular Orchid Garden.
Very good dim sum.
Dim sum,
Yes, the dim sum.
definitely. Oh, Tito Bernie, would you like to add? Tito Bernie,
Yeah.
would you like to add?
Anyway, I'd like to ask more about your insurance. So, in other words, you're a broker, right?
Yes, I am.
Broker. So, when I come to you with my car insurance, well, you just have to look at where an insurance
Cheapest.
the cheapest.
Yeah, when we input your data, we only do it once, and then we could have 5, 7, 10 quotes. So we eliminated the rest, and we would work on 1 and 2. So that's how we do it. And we are trying right now. We are trying to get wherein the client can how would you say that? Like do a rough quote to themselves, and but it is still in the making. So right now, like most people, I am forced to learn computer, Gilbert. Okay, but it's because of the different ways done 10 years ago than today.
Yes.
So we're trying to adapt to the trend, to the consumer behavior at this time compared to what it was 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
There are inquiries about this. If you can explain briefly about the difference between a full coverage and a liability-only insurance.
Okay. On your insurance policy, you have liability, which is required by the DMV. So you have to have bodily injury liability coverage, and the minimum in Nevada is $25,000 per person, 50,000 per accident. That's a minimum. Then there is liability and property damage, meaning you're driving your vehicle and you damage somebody's property. It does not need to be a car. It could be a building. It could be something else. It's the minimum in Nevada is 20,000. And you can go on your bodily injury as high as 500,000 of like 250 per person and 500,000 per accident. If you wanted to have higher coverage, we would introduce you to get an umbrella policy, which is $1 million, minimum of $1 million, and you can get up to $3 million. If you have a lot of assets to protect, an umbrella policy is a good, you can sleep well in the evening, meaning you are fully covered, and your assets are protected. An umbrella policy is very cheap.
If I have an old car, which is better, a liability insurance or a full coverage?
Okay, I'll answer your question with a situation. How much is the value of your car right now? Let's make it 3,000. Okay, just an example. Let's make it 3,000. How much premium are you paying? Annual premium are you paying on your comprehensive? Comprehensive is the coverage, covers fire, if the damage in your car is due to fire, theft, vandalism, also like broken glass. That's under, all claims fall under comprehensive except collision. Collision is when you are moving and you collide. That's why it's called collision. You are moving and you collide with another object. It can be you collide with another car, or you collide with a tree, or you collide with a... So that's, and your car is damaged, that is collision. Now, there is a deductible on comprehensive and collision, and you may get a zero deductible. Some companies would offer that. So the deductible is the first money out of your pocket before the insurance company will pay for your claim. So if you have $500 deductible and the claim is only a total of $600, the company will only give you $100. If you have a deductible of $500 and your claim is only $350,
You can't.
there is no claim because it is within your deductible. So, yeah. So full coverage, then for you to make that decision to put comprehensive and collision, which will make your car full coverage, you have to put into account the value of your car. What is the premium on your comprehensive and collision? How much, what is your deductible? So you put those three items, and then you can make a good decision whether you will purchase comprehensive and collision or not.
So
We couldn't decide for you.
So it's better to have a full coverage than liability only. Yes or no?
You have to have liability. So comprehensive and collision is an add-on.
It's a plus.
Liability is required by the state. Comprehensive and collision is based on you to protect your vehicle, and it is required if there is a loan on the vehicle, if there is a lien holder on the vehicle, the bank would require you to put comprehensive and collision coverage, and also to put their name into your policy as additional insured to the policy in case your newly purchased car, of course, under a loan gets stolen, something like that, or fully, how would you say it? Like it's 100% damaged. I can't find the term. So total. If your vehicle is total due to a claim. So That's why if there is a lien holder, you are required to have comprehensive and collision.
Yes.
But if your vehicle is fully paid,
If
it's
it's
up
paid.
to you as the owner. Like, how much is the value of my car? What am I protecting? How much is my premium? You add that, you like the value of your car minus your premium minus your deductible. How much then is really the value of your vehicle? Is it worth getting comprehensive and collision?
So, assuming that my car is fixed and it's an old car, when I get into an accident, my car is totaled, I won't get anything for my car. Am I right?
If you get liability.
Correct.
Yes.
If you only have liability insurance.
So it would be best then if that you have to have a comprehensive insurance, right? A full coverage.
It depends, I said, on just an example. Your car is like the car of the insured is like 3,000, and the deductible is 500. Okay, so you are only really insuring 2,500 because you have that deductible. And for example, the premium is, and that specific coverage, both comprehensive and collision is, premium is 500 for the year. So your 3,000 is only 2,000 now, right?
Yes.
So is it
worth it?
a wise decision to be paying that for a 2,000 coverage? What if you don't have a claim in a year or in 2 years or in 3 years? Did you see that? So these are the factors you have to take into account before you can make that good decision of whether to get comprehensive and collision and a paid up car.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Heda, for explaining all this, this coverage, because it's really important for the listening public that they should know about when to cover, when to have a good policy and all that. So thank you so much for coming. And any question, Lonnie and Gilbert?
Thank you.
Get on?
We're good. Thank you so much.
Good.
I would like to add on something because there's another coverage which is important, especially here in Vegas, the uninsured motorist coverage. If I don't have insurance and I'm driving on the road, I am an uninsured driver. What if I hit? No, the person who is uninsured hit somebody. There's no insurance, right?
Right.
And the vehicle is damaged and the driver is injured, or the other passengers. If you have uninsured motorist coverage, then you can claim from your own insurance policy that coverage which will pay for the bodily injury of people or of the driver in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uninsured.
So uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage. The underinsured motorist coverage, there's only one premium to that, uninsured and underinsured. The underinsured is this person only has a minimum coverage, and then the liability he created towards another person is more than the 25,000 or 50,000. What if it is like 75,000 on the per accident? There are two or more people. So your own policy can cover that, and you can get uninsured and underinsured motorist coverage equivalent to what is your liability coverage. Your liability coverage protects the others you might injure or you might damage on their car. The uninsured motorist coverage protects you as the insured.
Oh, okay. Good, thank you. At least we came to know about all this stuff, and really it's very helpful that you came in on our show, and we'll see you again.
Thank you for inviting me. Thank you.
Right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, it's another show here, Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide radio show here on PHLB Radio. Watch us again here on Facebook, YouTube, Amazon Fire TV, and you can hear us on Spotify, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts. All right, from Las Vegas, thank you so much for watching, and have a great evening. Till next time, till next week, Thursday, 6 p.m.
Okay, good night. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you.
The Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide is a vital tool and a helpful media outlet for business enterprises to connect and to reach out to Filipino American.